To what do I owe the pleasure?
I only handled practice is vital.
Watch your kick.
Such provocations don't go unanswered.
Surrender. Resistance is futile. There we go. Surrender. Max potential energy. See your heart's reflecting. That's all you've got.
Mind and body.
They're coming too. Resistance is futile. Surrender.
Don't push it too far.
Going all out! Time to wrap things up! Don't even try it! You're surrounded!
Bullseye.
And that is it for this Shiyu defense run. So, just like always, I'm just gonna be talking about why I used the teams that I used, and then later on going into the builds of them. So yeah. Well, anyways, let's just talk about it. So, the first half, since the enemy is weak against electric, the last team I used against this thing was the Yanagi Disorder team. I wanted to try something different and decided to do a double electric anomaly team. So yeah, surprisingly this works really well, especially since, well, it's Grace. Yeah, Grace is honestly really good. People don't use her that much because she is kind of a sleeper pick, but she is really good, and I think I did showcase her enough to where she basically put out her worth for this battle. So Yanagi of course is here just to do disorder damage and electric damage in general. Free shocks everywhere. Yeah, you get the idea. It's Yanagi. For Grace, which is the newest addition of this team, Grace is able to apply shock too. So she's basically a backup shocker. So just in case Yanagi doesn't have her EX, or just in case Yanagi can't put out shock fast enough, Grace is there to just spam EX and do some normals as well to basically get you some zap stacks. Zap stacks are basically pretty much free for Grace since she does attack fast in normals, so she can just do like a zap grenade. It's really easy to do. She also has freedom blues as well, which decreases the anomaly res of a enemy, which means that, well, the anomaly buildup of Yanagi is going to be even more insane. Same with Grace as well. It benefits her too. So yeah, it's just really good. And because of that, we have Plug Boo! Yeah, because we have 2 electric anomaly agents on the team, or specifically just electric agents in general, we could just run Plug Boo, who also increases the anomaly buildup of electric attacks, which means that, well, Yanagi, Grace, and Plug Boo is just going to be doing so much shock damage. It's just crazy. And since shock is free disorder for Yanagi, you can probably put the puzzle pieces together as to why this is broken. And of course, let's not forget, the best agent in the game is also on this team too. Caesar, shield, and attack buff. Attack buff increases the damage of disorder, which means that Yanagi is going to be going crazy. It also increases damage of shock as well, which means as well as Yanagi, Grace is also going to be popping up like crazy. She also protects the team as well, so this means that they basically can't die. Yeah, and not only that, we also have an evasive assist thanks to Grace. Yes, Grace has evasive assist, which means that Grace can buy us some time, at least like 2 seconds worth, to do whatever we want in basically that time frame. So yeah, that is basically it for team 1. It's just really good in general because it's just constant shocks. Since the enemy's gonna be shocked all the time, it means it doesn't get a chance to move all that much, which is pretty great in general. It means that well, Yanagi and Grace is gonna be like popping off. So yeah, it's pretty good. As for the second half, or the second team, since Thracian is weak against Ether as well, not just Ice, I just ran the typical Ether team. Yep, the best Ether team in the game. Zhu Yuan, everyone already knows how good she is. She's busted. Literally the only Ether DPS in the game. So of course she's gonna be performing well. She literally does shotgun blasts on the enemy and they do like 50k per hit. Yeah, really nothing for me to say there. Qingyi links up well with both of these agents as well, because Qingyi is just able to increase the stun damage multiplier on the enemy, which means that Zhu Yuan is just gonna be popping off like crazy again. Yeah, Qingyi is a great partner. She also has a lot of things going for her, like the auto dodge on Moonlit Blossoms. It means that she can avoid Thracian's attacks pretty consistently, as long as you of course let go of the hold basic, as long as well, it attacks you. Of course you need Thracian to attack you in order to do the auto dodge. So yeah, but Qingyi is just able to increase stun damage multiplier, and she also is a pretty fast stunner. I would say she's the fastest stunner in the game, meaning that Thracian won't have much time to act before Qingyi is able to basically destroy Thracian by dazing it. So yeah, basically it usually takes you like 2 rotations before it dies. So yeah, Qingyi's just that good. As for Nicole, just your basic ether support. Nicole's really busted. Crowd control for free. She is great on the first half of the second fight. She's able to crowd control the ethereals for free. So yeah, it's just really busted. She also has defense decrease on bullets, which also works well with Shu Yuan because she is a quick swap agent. Shu Yuan's also a quick swap agent. Put 2 and 2 together and they perform magically together. So yeah, really nothing we need to say there except that Nicole is busted. As for the Bang Boo, since we do have 2 ether agents, well, literally they are literally the only 2 ether agents in the game, we have Rezona Boo, who is the best Bang Boo in the game. Yep, you can't change my opinion. This is literally the best Bang Boo in the game. Rezona Boo, think of it like Nicole's EX, but on a Bang Boo. Yeah, it's that good. He gets free crowd control. Free crowd control! And you don't even need to do anything. It literally does it for you. So, yeah, pretty busted. He also has high ether anomaly buildup because of that. So he's able to trigger corruption along with Nicole's EX, which also triggers corruption really fast. So yeah, it's just free corruptions anywhere. And because Shu Yuan's best this set is 4-piece ether, corruption equals more damage. Yeah, enough said. That is basically it for the team explanation. So now it's time to go over the builds. Starting off with Team 1. Alrighty. So the first agent of Team 1 is Tsukishiro Yanagi of Section 6. So Yanagi's build is just your typical basic anomaly DPS build. High attack, AM, AP, electric damage bonus, your basic anomaly build. She is at level 60, so she does have max stats basically. As for her skills right here, of course, just like every other agent, core is just really a mandatory thing you must level up. I'm gonna be saying that for all the agents here because core is just really important. It's just their bread and butter. It's literally what they are. So for Yanagi's case, it just increases her disorder damage. So yeah, really important. As for skills, it's just minimally built, level 7 skills, really nothing that extraordinary to talk about. But as for the skill priority recommendations, EX literally gives her more disorder damage and more damage in general. Normal, she's going to be doing that a lot because she's able to switch stances. So yeah, basically it's a must. Chain and ult is really good because she's going to be doing that a lot, and also it's literally just her EX. Yeah, it's basically free damage, so really nothing for me to say there. And as for the Mindscape Cinema, M0 doesn't really need Mindscape to be good. She doesn't really need it because she's just that broken. She's literally a broken disorder DPS. As for equipment right here, she has her basic build, really 2-piece Freedom Blues for the AP. More AP you have, the more shock damage you do. And 4-piece Thunder Metal because the enemy's gonna be shocked all the time thanks to her core passive, meaning that she just gets the increased attack for free. And attack scales off of disorder. So disorder damage is basically pen attack. You just need those 2 and she becomes god mode. So yeah, really nothing for me to say there again. As for W engine of choice, Time Weaver. Time Weaver is the best W engine for her. Literally, it's her signature W engine. 30% anomaly build up, 75 AP for free, and 25% disorder damage. Really nothing for me to say there. And that is it for Yanagi. Really broken. I would say she is up there with Jane as the best anomaly agent in the game. She's just that broken. Yeah. And next up, we have the actual best agent in the game. I'm pretty sure it's not an opinion because it really is true. She is the best agent in the game. Caesar King of the Sons of Caledon, the leader of the Sons of Caledon, and the overlord of the Outer Ring. So, Caesar King, for my build, it's just your typical build, I would say. Just high attack, crit damage, physical damage bonus, just your typical build, I would say, for like a defensive agent. As for Caesar's skills, I leveled this up to max. Basically she gets more defense and more basically shield for your party members. She also gives you 1k attack for free as long as you have the shield up, which is all the time, since if you do have this up to max and if you do have high impact, the shield will last forever, as long as of course you're not doing like the hard content like endless floors on Battle Tower. But as long as you like play her on like Shiyu defense or something like that, the shield will probably never go away. But as for Battle Tower, that's a different story, but she is still pretty good on that as well. As for the skills right here, level 7, everything's level 7. As for the the skill recommendation, EX chain and assist, these 3 are really important. EX because she's just gonna be doing that a lot to get her shield back anyway. Chain actually does decent damage, so you can just level up Chain if you do want to. Also, Chain gives you shield for free, so yeah, no reason to not level this up. As for assist, she's gonna be doing this all the time because of her additional ability, which gives you 25% more damage on squad members, and also because of her disc set. Her disc set literally gives you more damage for party members as long as you do a defensive assist, and she wants to do it all the time anyway because it increases her days. Yeah, really nothing for me to say there. If you are going to be using Caesar a lot in the main field, if you're just going to be using on-field Caesar a lot, then you can do basic and dodge if you want to. But since for my Caesar she is a support, just these 3 should be fine alone. As for Mindscape Cinema, M0 doesn't really need Mindscape to be good, just like Yanagi. But her M1 actually is pretty good. She gets shield for free as long as you switch. Yeah, nothing for me to say there except that you don't need to rely on EX anymore. You don't need to rely on like a parry or a defensive assist. You could just literally swap on Caesar and you get shield for free. Yep, that's all I'm gonna say. So if you do want to have Caesar just get shield immediately and start off the battle with that high 1k attack on like 1 second in the battle, then yes, you can go for M1 for Caesar. But she's broken even without M1, so yeah. As for equipment right here, she is basically just your typical Caesar build. 2-piece impact. More impact you have, the stronger your shield is. 4-piece Protopunk increases your shield effectiveness and increases the damage for all party members as long as you do an evasive or quick assist, or not quick assist, defensive assist. So evasive or defensive assist is basically the way to go. She's gonna be doing this a lot anyway, so it's pretty good fit for her. And besides, Protopunk literally released alongside Caesar, so yeah, it is her best 4-piece set. As for W engine of choice, Tusks of Fury. This is her best W engine. Literally gives her 30% increased shield value, literally increases damage by 18%, and gives you days equal to 12% increase. So this means that she's gonna be doing a lot of days for free. So yeah, all you need to do is just play her just like any other defensive assist character, and you should be good to go. So yeah, but there is Caesar King, still the best agent in the game, I would say. Literally gives you a shield and attack. Your party members can't die, and she gives you the highest buff possible in the game. So yeah, really busted. Nothing for me to say there. And as for the last agent of Team 1 besides the Bangbu, we have the mechanic of Bellabog Heavy Industries, Grace Howard. So unlike these two, who are basically fully built, Grace right here is at level 50. And her skills aren't not much better either. You'll see what I mean. So right here, she has her typical build, high, like decent attack, AM, AP, energy regen, electric damage bonus. I would say that energy regen is her most important stat because she wants to spam EXs all the time. You'll see what I mean once we talk about the passives. So, her passive. I really do want to level this up to level 7 just because I already have her at M2. But, yeah, it's at core level 4. But at max core level, she does have 130% electric anomaly buildup for free. And guess what? She does a lot. EXs. And also, she wants zap stacks anyway. You're gonna be doing a lot anyway. Just basics, dashes, all the zap stacks. It's just really broken. So, yeah, it's really important that you should level this up anyway because you just get free electric anomaly buildup. So, yeah, it's really good. as long as you have enough zap stacks, of course. As for her skills right here, well, it's just level 7. It's just your typical skill level. As for the skill recommendations, there's literally only like 2 that I could recommend. These 2. EX, obviously, she's gonna be doing that all the time because her core literally demands that you need to do EX or special to get max zap stacks for a sweet 130% electric anomaly buildup. So yeah. As for ult or chain, chain is important because she's going to be doing that all the time anyway. And besides, her best 4-piece set, 4-piece Freedom Blues, works really well with this. Yeah, and also, since chain is free, you can just literally just do chain. So yeah. Since maybe you want to see Grace on field most of the time, maybe you can level up basic attack because she does want to be on field at least like somewhat to get her zap stacks up. But basic is not really needed. You could just have her be an EX spammer, just like Nekomata. So yeah, really not needed to level up normals. EX and chain is just fine. As for Mindscape Cinema, I mean, I spoiled it already, but M2 Grace. So the terrible thing is that I didn't want any Mindscape Cinemas on Grace. I wanted new characters, but the trade-off is that at least she, well, is now really good. Because her M1 gives her energy back, which means that she spams a lot of EXs. M2 gives electric res reduction and electric anomaly buildup res by 8.5. It's broken. Which means that shocks all day, every day, and electric damage all day, every day. Yeah, really nothing for me to say there. As for equipment, I already spoiled what equipment she had, but it's your typical Grace build. 4-piece Freedom Blues for the anomaly buildup res, and the swing jazz for the energy regen. Since she wants to spam EXs a lot, that is why I did 2-piece swing jazz. If you want her to do more damage, then you can do 2-piece electric. Really doesn't matter. But as long as your Grace performs fine, well, the build doesn't really matter anyway. As for the W engine of choice, Fusion Compiler. This is her signature W engine. It's pretty good against Disorder. Well, disorder-oriented teams because you get increased attack and AP. And guess what? Attack increases disorder damage. And, well, it's perfect for this team with Yanagi because Yanagi does disorder damage. Yeah, pretty good in general. And, of course, Freedom Blues decreases the anomaly res of the equipper's attribute. Her attribute is electric. Same with Yanagi. So Yanagi benefits from the anomaly res reduction, which is really busted. And that is it for Grace. I would say she's just really busted. Definitely a sleeper pick though, because not a lot of people use her over Yanagi, because Yanagi is like 10 times better than Grace. But I still think Grace is pretty good if you know how to use her correctly. As for the Bang Boo for the Team 1, we have Plug Boo, which is the best electric Bang Boo in the game. Literally gives you free anomaly buildup, and guess what these two do? They do shock damage. So yeah, it's literally a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. Just run the Plug Boo. Run the Plug Boo. And that's it for Team 1. I would say they performed like fine. They performed really well on the first half. As for the second half, this team utterly destroyed Thracian, and you'll probably see why. So first off, we have the PubSec officer Zhu Yuan, the captain of the investigation team. So Zhu Yuan, just your typical DPS build, high attack, crit damage. She has ether damage bonus, just your typical Zhu Yuan build, level max of course. As for skills, I do want to level this up to max, but she is at core level 5, so she does a little bit less damage than core level 7. But core level 7, pretty good because it 80% increased damage if the enemy is stunned. That is busted. It means that Zhu Yuan just nukes the enemy. Yeah. As for the skills right here, level 8, so it's above average for a skill, because skills usually are like at least like level 7 or somewhat like around there. So yeah. But as for these skills, I recommend to level up. The no-brainer is basic. Literally all of her damage comes from basic attacks, because literally you hold down the basic attack button and you fire a enhanced shot shell. That is all her gameplay. She wants enhanced shot shells all the time. So yeah, really nothing for me to say there. Her EX and chain are also really important too. Her EX gives her bullets and it also does a bunch of damage, so you can just level that up. Also, her chain and her ult, since she is a DPS, she's going to be ulting all the time. So this means that her ult is going to be doing massive damage again. She's just so broken. People say that she is a sleeper pick, which I kind of do agree, because there are a lot of DPSs you can run over her, like Ellen or Jane or Yanagi or like someone similar around that area, like 11 or something like that. But Zhu Yuan honestly is really busted, even though there are only like 2 ether agents in the game, the other one being Nicole. She still is really busted in general, I would say. I mean, you saw it right there in the gameplay, right? I mean, Zhu Yuan just does like massive damage as long as you have the right agents on the team. As long as she's able to perform at her best, she is really good. So yeah, as for Mindscape Cinema, she is at M0. Doesn't really need Mindscape to be good. But if you still think that Zhu Yuan is a sleeper pick, then let me introduce you to M1. So at M1, when she does a chain or an ult, which is free, because she is often paired up with Qingyi, you can get the quick reload effect. When you use all of your enhanced shot shells, you get 6 to 9 enhanced shot shells instantly. This means that she plays more consistently. Yeah, this means that you don't struggle with bullets anymore. She gets it for free. So, yeah, if you think Zhu Yuan is a sleeper pick now, then you could just get her at M1 and she becomes busted. Really busted. It means that, well, again, I would say she just gets so much bullets to work with, and she doesn't really need to rely on EX anymore and evasive assist, because evasive assist does give her 3 bullets. It is imperative if you are at M0 to just do an evasive assist to get at least 3 bullets back. But with that Mindscape Cinema, you don't need that anymore. So yeah, you can literally just play her like a normal DPS at that point. Really busted Mindscape. As for her, well, this set, it's just your typical Zhu Yuan this set. So 2-piece Woodpecker Electro for the crit rate, 4-piece Chaotic Metal. Since corruptions are triggering a lot in this team anyway, especially a certain leader of the Gentle House, she just gets this for free. So yeah. Also, thanks to Razona Boo, she gets this for free. For freer. I mean, if that's even a word. But yeah, she basically just gets this like consistently. She gets the crit damage increase. She gets an additional damage as well, so it's just really busted for her. As for the W engine of choice, Riot Suppressor Mark 6. Increase crit rate and also increase skill damage. Yeah, busted. Yeah, that is Zhu Yuan. Honestly, really broken agent that is kind of a sleeper pick. But as more ether agents get released on the game, I would see her as probably like really broken. But only time will tell if they do release another ether character in the game, because right now there's literally only like 2 ether characters in the game. So yeah. Next up, we have Qingyi, who is, in my opinion, up there with Caesar as the best agent in the game. And that's because she's the fastest stunner in the game and also the best stunner in the game in general. But here's Qingyi, who is a 500-year-old automaton rookie officer. Yes, you heard me right, rookie. In the criminal investigation team. So, Qingyi, just your typical stun build, high attack, crit rate, crit damage, high impact, electric damage bonus, and energy regen, which is a surprise because you'll see what I mean, or you'll see why I just gave her energy regen in the first place. So yeah. But as for skills, I really do want to level her up to max, but right now I am trying to level up lighter. So yeah, she is on pause, but right now she is at core level 5, so it's, I mean, it's okay, I guess, but at core level 7, she gets 80% increased stun damage multiplier if you have max subjudication stacks. This is the highest stun damage multiplier you can get in the entire game, 80%. 80%. Nothing to be said there. She literally is that busted. As for her skills, they are all basically at the basic level of level 7. So yeah. But as for the skill priority, basic. That's so obvious. She's gonna be getting flash connects a lot from her 3rd basic, and because her basic is tied to Moonlit Blossoms, or Moonlit Blossoms is tied to her basic, you want to level up her basic. Yeah, really a no-brainer. If you do see yourself dodging a lot, you can level up dodge. She can literally just do a dodge counter for free, which is really, really good, since she is invulnerable as well if she does it. So it's, yeah, again, really good. Some defensive assists is pretty great on her as well, so you can level up assists. She does do defensive assists often, I would say, so you can just level that up for the free days. EX is also really good too, because it lets her get into her 3rd basic, and that is the reason why I gave her energy regen. So it's a consistent way for her to get into 3rd basic, so she's able to get more flash connect to do a Moonlit Blossoms attack, which is her core passive. So yeah. As for her chain attack, which is really, really good too, it increases the skill's damage by 3% of every subjudication stack, which means that her chain actually is a nuke. Yeah, her chain is a nuke now. So you can literally just get some subjudication stacks and then just invest into a chain, and her chain just does massive damage. Yeah, nothing to be said there. But your main priority for Qingyi, since she is going to be your primary stunner, normals. Yeah, basically that's it. As for Mindscape Cinema, M0 doesn't need Mindscape to be good, but just like Zhu Yuan, her M1 is honestly one of the most broken Mindscapes in the game, because she literally gives you 30% increased flash connect acceleration, which means that you get your flash connect even faster than before. This literally makes her undeniably the fastest stunner in the entire game. No questions asked. Also, that's not all, because that's literally just the first sentence of the Mindscape Cinema. But when you use Moonlit Blossoms, and if you have the Flash Connect at its maximum, which means if you have a full bar of Flash Connect, you reduce the defense of the enemy by 15%, and her crit rate gets increased by 20%. This means that she nukes the enemy, and she also decreases defense on top of decreasing the enemy stun damage multiplier by 80%. This means that your all your agents that pair up with her, which is mostly everyone, because look at her additional ability, all she needs is an attack or same faction. So this means that Ellen or 11 or Zhu Yuan can just chain or literally like link up with her for free. Gets that buff, the 80% stun damage multiplier and the reduced defense. This makes Qingyi literally the best debuffer in the game. No questions asked. So, yeah. Really good Mindscape Cinema if you do decide to invest into Qingyi. As for her best disc set, it is right here. 4-piece Shockstar Disco. It's pretty no-brainer. Don't need to say anything else. But for the 2-piece set, it literally depends up to you. As I said before, I went with energy regen, so she's able to get her EX consistently, so she's able to go into 3rd basic. But if you don't want that, you can just do 2-piece electric damage. If you want her to do more damage, of course. If you want her to crit more, you can do 2-piece crit rate, which is really, really good as well. But it really depends up to you what your 2-piece would be. As for the W engine of choice, Ice J Teapot, the best W engine in the entire game, in my opinion. Literally gives you free impact as long as you do basic attacks, which is all the time. Everyone does basic attacks. As for the the second passive, 20% increased damage for party members. This means that she also buffs the party. So yeah, Qingyi is broken. You see why I would say that she is probably one of the best agents in the game? That's because she is. She's just that good. So yeah, that is Qingyi. Still the best, one of the best agents in the game with Caesar. So yeah. And last but not least, besides the Bang Boo, of course, we have the leader of the Cunning Hares, or the Gentle House, Nicole Damara, who loves the orphans. So yeah. But for Nicole, she basically just has your typical support build. Just your typical Nicole build. So basically, like, decent attack. She has energy regen up the wazoo. She really does want the energy regen, by the way, so she's able to do ults and chains and EXs for free. So yeah, you just want to have energy regen, so she's able to just do the EX. And of course, ether damage bonus and AP. You'll see why I just gave her AP as well as attack. Yeah, you'll see what I mean. But as for the skills right here, it's just your typical well, skill level. But I am planning to level this up to level max, but right now, just like any other agent, just level 4 core. But at max level, she's able to reduce the defense by 40% for 3.5 seconds. This is really good with a character like Zhu Yuan, because she is also a quick swapper. So you can just quick swap into Zhu Yuan, you can quick swap into Nicole, you could just swap both together and you could just do a bunch of damage. 3.5 seconds, that's enough to fire 5 bullets, by the way. So yes, she can take advantage of Nicole's debuff with her core passive with the enhanced bullets. So yeah, really good to level this up. As for skills, level 11, boosted by Mindscape Cinema, of course. But as for the main things you want to level up, these two are literally the best you level up with. EX is broken. Free crowd control. And also free corruption, because of the corruption buildup rate of that thing is ridiculous. Ether anomaly buildup rate is crazy. It's super crazy. And besides, you can chain this. You can literally do EX as soon as the enemy has like max days. You can go into chain. Yeah, you can go into EX into chain. That is busted! That's super busted! It means that the enemy will be corrupted instantly. And guess what Zhu Yuan's best this set is? Yeah, chaotic metal. So yeah, it's just really busted for Nicole to just have that for free. So yeah. As for basic, if you really do see yourself having Nicole as like a on-fielder, you can just level up basic or dodge if you want, if you can cancel out of EX. It's a really great way to cancel out, by the way, if you just do a dodge dash attack, which is really good since, again, it just shoots enhanced bullets. So yeah, it's really good. As for the Mindscape Cinema, it is M6. M6 Nicole is honestly really good. She gets increased damage, yes, and yeah, increase the crit rate on enemies, which is really good. It means that characters who link up with her can just basically crit for free. As for M4 increases her range on EX. It just makes the circle bigger. M2 increases energy, which means that she's able to fire EXs more consistently, and M1 increases anomaly buildup of EX, and also increases the attack as well. This means that Nicole just becomes a corruption machine along with Rezonabu. So if you pair her up with Rezonabu, it's corruptions all day, every day. So yeah, it's just really broken. As for equipment, just your typical Nicole build. 4-piece swing jazz. Literally a support this set tailored for her, and since she does chain attacks all the time, you can literally just get the free damage increase. It's just so good. And 2-piece chaotic metal, just to basically increase the EX's damage. EX does a lot of damage, by the way. It does so much. It's so good. And as for the W engine of choice, the Vault. It's literally her signature W engine. Increase ether damage! Woohoo! Increase damage by 22%. And also increase the energy regen of the equipper, which is Nicole. So, Nicole, broken. really broken. I would say she's the best support agent in the game. If you count Caesar, by the way, as a support agent, then no, she's not the best. But if you're talking about like strictly like as a support agent, and you count Caesar as a defense agent, then she is the best support in the game. She's just way too good. And as for the Bangbu, it's Rezonabu, the best Bangbu in the game in my opinion. Free crowd control, which is broken. Anomaly buildup, which is really good. That pairs up with Nicole. Nicole just does corruption all the time. And since corruption is great with these two, and they triggered it all the time. Zhu Yuan takes advantage of the 4-piece Chaos Jazz. So yeah, it's broken. And that is basically it for the teams, and that is it for this Shiyu defense video. So yeah, well, if you do guys enjoy the Shiyu defense videos, if you want to see more videos like this in the future, be sure to support the channel by subscribing and leaving a like on the video. It really does mean a lot to me if you do support the channel. It helps to keep me motivated and making more videos and putting out content for you guys. So again, if you support the channel, thank you guys so much. Without you guys, I wouldn't be here. Again, thank you from the bottom of my heart if you do support the channel. And as for the comments, what do you think about this Shiyu defense? Easy? Hard? What do you think about my teams? You think they're great? You think they're not? Let me know in the comments down below. I will try to reply to as many of you as I can. And as always, thank you guys for watching this Shiyu defense video, and I'll see you guys in the next gotcha video.